What's good YouTube, Ben here, welcome to the next video on the channel. In this one, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to randomize Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix on PC. Let's get into this. Quickly before we get into the video guys, did you know that only 8% of you are currently subscribed? Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to show further support to the channel. Don't forget you can also join my other socials like TikTok and Discord, and don't forget to turn on those notifications because if you do, you can catch me when I go live right here on YouTube. That's right, I live stream here on YouTube. Turn on notifications so you can catch me when I'm live. Let's get into that. Alright, so about a year ago I made a tutorial on how to mod Kingdom Hearts 2 for PC. And I mentioned in that video that I'd do a tutorial on how to randomize Kingdom Hearts 2, but I never got around to it. So let's do that now. Now, a couple of prerequisites you're going to need for this. Firstly, you're going to need to own Kingdom Hearts, the 1.5, 2.5 remix on Epic Games Store on PC. Secondly, you're going to want to have the OpenKH mod manager. Now, if you watched the last video, you would already have this, but for the people who haven't seen the last one, don't worry, everything you need will be linked in the description down below. Then you're going to need the seed generator. Now, even if you watched the last one, you wouldn't have seed generator because that's only useful for randomizer. That again, that'll be linked down below. And you're also going to want the .NET 6 desktop runtime. Again, that'll be linked down below. So, to get started, click on the link in the description that says .NET 6 desktop runtime. So we're going to click that and open it. So once you do that, you'll get to a page like this. Now, it should automatically start downloading. If it doesn't, just hit this quickly to start downloading it manually, to save it to the desktop, sure. That'll take a few seconds to do. Double click it to open it. Now, mine's going to fail because I already have this installed. But if you don't, just hit install and it'll do the install right there for you. Again, like I said, mine will fail because I already own the desktop 6 runtime. Once you've gotten that done, you're going to want to download OpenKH Mod Manager. Again, link down below. Just click on the link. It'll open up for you and start downloading it. It will literally just, if you quickly go to like my browser, it just, as soon as you click the link, it will start downloading it. So once it is downloading, you'll have a folder like that. Now, at this point, go to wherever you're going to create your Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer folder. So I'll just create mine on the desktop for ease of use. So we'll just call this KH2 Rando. And inside said folder, create a new folder called OpenKH. And then inside that folder, just quickly copy and paste all this stuff. This is all OpenKH, so literally just drag and drop it or extract it or however you want to do it and put it inside this folder. That way everything you need is safely put inside of this folder. There we go. That's all copied, so now we have all of that in the correct folder, which is fantastic. Next, you're going to want to download the seed generator. So again, just click on the link in the description below. It will automatically start downloading, so you don't need to worry about that. Once it's quickly downloaded, just open her up. Now, back in your KH2 Rando folder, go back to the main part of the folder outside of the OpenKH one and create a new folder. Call this one seed generator. So with that in mind, copy these files into the seed generator folder. Give that a second. It always takes a second at the end. There we go. That is now copied. And we now have all of that in the folder. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So, OpenKH, and you want to scroll down to where it says OpenKH Mods Manager. Now, what I would highly recommend you do is quickly right-click it. And if you're on Windows 11 like I am, just hit show more options. If you're on Windows 10, it'll just come to this anyway. And you want to create a shortcut to this. So create a shortcut, and we now have that. So we're going to cut that, and we're going to paste that in the main part of the folder. This just gives you quicker access to the OpenKH Mods Manager. Once you've done that, double click it, and it'll open. Hit run anyway. It's fine. It's completely safe. Give it a second. There we go. So welcome to the OpenKH Mods Manager. Hit next. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to click on Game Edition and go down to PC Release via Epic Games Store. And then you want to locate the folder where your release is going to be. Now, it will be wherever you saved it. So if you go into Epic Games quickly and click on the game, right-click it, and it'll point you to where yours is located. So mine should be located on Backups and Games, KH 1.5, 2.5. That's the folder you're looking for, KH 1.5, 2.5. It'll be wherever you saved the game to storage. So mine is on my my secondary hard drive, because I've got an M.2 SSD as my main boot and everything else, and all my games are stored to a hard drive. So once you've got that, hit that folder and hit next. You want to install OpenKH Panacea, so hit install that, hit next. You can tick this on or off, it really doesn't matter, just hit next. And you want to make sure that if you're just doing KH2, then make sure that this is selected at 25 gigabytes. Now, bearing in mind, we're going to hit extract game data. This part can take 5 to 20 minutes, depending on the speed of your drive. So since I'm using an NVMe M.2 SSD, mine will be a lot faster. But if you're using just a pure hard drive, it might take a lot longer. So keep that in mind. Hit extract game data. This is going to extract your game data so that it can then modify it separately to the main game. So if you want to get rid of it, it's easier to do. I highly recommend doing this, because if you don't, then you'll have to reinstall the whole game from Epic anyway. But we'll quickly cut this part, because we don't need this in. Alright, that just finished. So the extraction, once it's done, it'll say the extraction of the game's data is succeeded. So just hit next. And it says you're all set. You're not done quite yet, but you are set when it comes to Mods Manager for the time being. So just hit finish. So once you've done that, this will automatically open. We're not going to pay any attention to this yet, just minimize it for now. So once you've done that, you want to open up the seed generator. So hit this one, KH2 randomizer.exe. Just hit again, run anyway. It'll be fine. There's no viruses here. This has all been appropriated as instantiated by the KH2 mod team. This should take a hot minute to open, because it's got to install a few things. Oh, there we go. It'll be kicking it open. It's still loading. Give it a second. Ah, there we go. It's doing first time data extraction. So I can see it on my other monitor. There we go. Okay, so now we've got it open. So with it open, it comes up with a bunch of things. So it looks very intimidating at first, but don't be too alarmed. The first thing you want to do is go to the Configure tab and go to the Lua Backend Hook Setup PC Only. So hit that. So once you've done that, you want to browse for your OpenKH location. This will be wherever you saved your KH2 Rando folder. So for me, it'd be desktop, KH2 Rando, OpenKH, and you want to just click on it once and then hit select folder. So that's going to select that folder. Next, you want to see where it says mod mode, hit Panacea mod loader, which is good, and then hit check configuration. So now it's found all of these, which is what it needs to look for. So it's found, hit configure. So download, install, configure, hit that. And then it'll pop up with a message, downloaded, installed, and configured successfully. Once you've done that, hit OK. And at that point, you're basically done with this, because it's already applied it. So just close off of that. Now, next, you're going to want to go to and install the Garden of Assemblage mod. Now, this will be done through the mod manager. So I'm going to leave this in the description down below as well. There'll be a little thing. All you have to do is literally copy it. So I've got it in my notepad. I'm quickly copying it. And go to mods, install a new mod. And where it says add a new mod from GitHub in here, just paste the command right here and hit install. So this is going to install Garden of Assemblage, which is the main mod you're going to need for a randomizer. And then once that's installed, just click that to make sure that it is enabled. Now at that point, what you want to do is you want to quickly hit mod loader and just hit build only. So it's going to quickly build this into the game so that when you boot the game now, it'll have this already preloaded, which is great because you have to hit build, otherwise it will not enable. After that, what you're going to want to do is create a new seed. So back to the seed generator for you. And you want to use whatever settings you feel comfortable with, but I will quickly go over a few settings for beginners who are new to Randomizer. So you want to make sure that Randomize is set on all worlds, pretty much. The only one you could take out if you want is Simulated Twilight Town. If you don't want that in, just set that to junk, but I'm going to set it to Rando because I like having all worlds randomized anyway. If you're not confident adding Sephiroth to the boss pool, then turn him off, otherwise keep him on. Same thing with Data Organization 13 and Lingering Will. If you're not confident, I mean, I am personally with Lingering Will, but if you're not confident with Lingering Will, then turn that off. Misclication, so you can turn off the cups if you don't want to do the cups. I never do them because I can't be bothered. They take way too long. Puzzle pieces as well. You know, the little puzzle pieces you pick up in each world. You can turn those off. I'd highly recommend keeping Cavern of Remembrance on because there's a lot of items in there. Transport to Remembrance, you can turn that on or off if you want. And you can also, I would recommend turning off Synthesis because that's going to require you get a lot of items in order to actually get all the checks from that. It's not worth it. You want to make sure the critical bonuses are turned on because you'll be playing this on critical mode. And Garden of Assemblage, of course, turned on as well. That will just randomize the items you get right at the start of the game to give you some free items. Then EXP stats. So basically, these are done in multipliers. So what I mean is, so currently Sora's experience gain is set to 2 times. So he'll get twice the normal experience. You can set this higher if you want. Like, you can set this all the way up. How far to go? I think it's to 10. Yeah. So you can set all of these to 10 to get maximum experience if you want. As a beginner, I'd recommend it. It allows you to fly through the randomizer a bit quicker. And all your drives are here too, as well as summons. So you can turn all these to 10 if you want to, just to get through a bit faster for your first time. Experience curves, I'd just set that, leave that the way it is. It doesn't really matter that much. Starting inventory, so you want to get all these, make sure these are all checked. They should automatically be checked. These are all the weapons for your companions. Also starting experience, I'd highly recommend if you're starting inventory. If you're starting as a new rando player, I'd highly recommend adding scan and area recovery in, because they are quite useful. Hint, leave that the way it is. Keyblades. Now, one thing I would highly recommend you do is turn these 2 off. Now, it does not remove once more a second chance from the pool, but what it does stop them from doing is being attached to Keyblades. You do not want these to attach to Keyblades, otherwise, if you get a bad stack Keyblade, it's not good. Make sure these are unchecked here, because these will not... Once these are unchecked, they will not end up on a Keyblade. You don't want that. And then here you could change your Keyblade minimum maximum stats. So what I normally do is 0 and then go to the highest. To just completely randomize what my stats are going to be. So minimum 0, maximum 20. Then item pool, I would leave this the way it is. Item placement, again, I wouldn't touch this either. Seed modifiers, quality of life improvements, I would recommend most of these. So Roxas, Magic Movement, and Trinity allows you to move faster as Roxas. Skip Magic Carpet, remove Port Roll Map Select, remove Wardrobe Wake Up Animation, Fast Olympus Coliseum Urn, skip Atlantica Minigame Tutorial, and remove cutscenes. All of these are great to have, but after that, I really wouldn't touch any of these other ones except for Retry Data Final Xemnas. This will be the final boss. So all you have to do, it'll just put you back in the fight instead of having to fight the first version of him again. Boss/enemy randomization. Now, if you're new, you could turn it on if you want, but be careful, it makes the seed a bit harder. Basically, it'll just randomize bosses and enemies. So if you're going to do that, what I'd recommend is 1-to-1 randomization. So it'll swap one boss for another boss. So let's say it swaps, I don't know, Sephiroth for Luxord. It'll swap the 2. And then enemy randomization, I'd highly recommend doing 1-to-1 as well. So it swaps one kind of normal enemy for another kind of normal enemy. With that in mind, cosmetics, you can change your command style if you want. I usually set mine to Kingdom Hearts 1, because why not? You can also randomize music if you want as well. You could just do that. There we go. DMCA safe. That removes any kind of copyright ones if you're planning on doing videos or whatever. But that's basically it. So what you're going to want to do is just generate seed for PC once all your settings are complete. This will take a hot minute to generate for PC. I said it was a quick tutorial. I mean, I'm going through a lot of stuff, but once you do it yourself, and you've done it a couple of times, it literally takes minutes to set up a new randomizer seed. It's not that hard. But this will take a hot minute, so I'm going to quickly make a cut. Alright, so my game took a hot minute to boot there, because it usually does. So once you get to the KH2 Final Mix intro screen, hit New Game. Now, this looks a bit different. So up here at the top, you'll see your... I can't because I'm in game because it's full screen. But at the top, you'll see like a seed. That's at the top there. It's like a heart, gem, item, gem, whatever. Now it's going to give you a warning. So basically, critical bonuses are turned on. I'd recommend playing on critical mode anyway, because most people do. Hit vibration function on, hit yes. Now, the moment you go into the game, it will take you to the Garden of Assemblage, which is this. I'm playing as monochrome. Nice. Basically, pick whichever one you want to pick. Does not matter too much. And you start at the Garden of Assemblage. We started with... Ooh. Item Sora Kingdom Key. So it's 7 strength, 5 magic with experience boost. That's actually not terrible. But you'll see the items are fully randomized. HP increase. Those come in the rando pool. We have Faraga Bangle and Secret Answer Report 7. Any abilities? We've started with these, which is quite nice actually. So you do start with some movement abilities, which is awesome. We have Scan. But there we go. That's how you randomize Kingdom Hearts 2 on PC. If you want to see more like this, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on notifications. Don't forget to join me on my socials. Those are linked down below. And don't forget, when I go live right here on YouTube. So if you want to catch me whilst I'm live, don't forget to turn on those notifications. And don't forget, you can also support the channel further by becoming a channel member from as little as 99 pence per month here in the UK, or about $1.30 in America. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.